Hey guys, this is Introducing Emmy, and we're back for Redline Tuesday, which I haven't done in forever. I apologize. This is today's Redline Tuesday person victim thingy, and that is Lady Larissa. I almost said at deviantart.com, like an email address. It's .tumblr.com. LadyLarissa.tumblr.com. There you go. There's the link. You can go to that. So let's get started. Oh, and the actual piece has shading on it. Let me pan back so you can see the whole thingy. It's really large, which is good. I like something that's really large to work on. So we're going to be working on the non-shaded version with just a blue filtered layer over it so we can see what we're doing because we're working in red. And hopefully my red is not too overpowering. Yeah, it does vibrate a little bit. Hold on. I'm going to make it a little darker. Sometimes when two colors are right next to each other and they're kind of like the same hue, I think that's the right word. Maybe tone, the same tonality. They kind of vibrate a little bit. Hold on. Slight technical difficulties. Man, I should have checked this. Let me just see if I can. God damn it. There. It's a little dark, but I think it'll work. Okay. So first, let's see here. I'm gonna have to pan way back. There we go. So we can see the whole thing. Alright, so I don't know how realistic of stairs you were going for here. But I would recommend finding a reference picture for this angle. It's a little off. A teens, if you will. I'm just going to kind of go over it for now. Also, I think the hand railing would be taller. Yes, I think the angle might be a little off. I'd go a little higher though. Something like that. Sniff. Okay. So anyway, that's not what we're here about. In fact, I'm going to even change the color of that. That's going to be our, that'll be our background correction layer. By the way, I'm not going to really focus too much on backgrounds. If somebody has like an environment drawing or a background or something that you really want me to focus on, send me that. I don't want to do like an entire drawing. Like I don't want to do like an entire anatomical piece or what have you, because that would where's my pen? I lost my pen. Oh, there it is. Okay. That would take a very long time. Okay, so the character's kind of leaning a little bit. Even if we go from like the very front toe, she actually lines up okay with the heel, though I probably wouldn't have her leaning this much, especially since she's going down a flight of stairs. So I'm trying to think. Let's move her lower body over. How about that way I can like keep her head right where I want it. Okay, so let's draw our shoulders. Here's our neck. And okay, so let's drop our plumb line. Perf. And I can already tell that she's a little like elongated. I almost want to say like bottom heavy a little bit, like her build sort of goes like further and further out like that. Like her hands I actually think are larger than her cranium area, and even though your hand is the same size as your face, it should not entirely like engulf the cranial form, I guess is what I'm trying to say. So, but we'll get to that. There's a lot going on here. No, it's not that bad. God, that came out wrong. I'm sorry. Oh, don't worry. I need to dig up some of my old stuff, and you can all be like, look how terrible it is. Okay. So let's draw her rib cage. And rib cages are like an egg with a pocket in the bottom because that's where you put all your organs. Organs. Okay, that looks horrible. And then there's like kind of like oh, what do you call those? Like pauldrons, like the shoulder pieces. There's like armor kind of coming off of it, and that's your those are your shoulder meaties. Wow, the anatomy lingo is just flowing right now. Okay, so let's get a little closer here and work on the upper torso. Alrighty, look how sketchy and horrible that is. I did it so far away. And I don't want to make her any thinner than she is. And so here's where her pelvisy bones would be. This is where her crotchal region would be. And then we'll follow the center line all the way down to the vagine. Okay, so yeah, I think this elbow is definitely longer than this one. Even if I lower it a little bit. Yeah, so let's mark where our elbows will be. And I'll put those on a different layer so that you can, because this arm crosses in front and I want you to be able to see like what I'm doing. So let's keep going down to the legs. And we have to pan back out. I'm sorry. We're going to be going in and out a lot. Stepping to and from our art. Okay, so legs are kind of an S power shape. S power shape. Activate. And what I mean by that is starting from the edge of the pelvis in. That's kind of like the bony shape that you're going for. And then sort of coming back. Though I think I made her knee too. This is a sketch. Don't panic. So this is kind of what we're going for. And then her other foot would be... Oh, shoot. Jeez Louise, I thought her foot... I wasn't even looking at I thought it was like here, and I'm like, how is like one leg bending so far and this one's bending not at all? I thought her foot end like came down to the same. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, Emmy. Stop. Whatever you're doing. I'm just thinking. I'm having a think. I'm sort of thinking maybe this foot should go up here, and this foot should go up there. Mabes. By the way, I'm rendering something, so hopefully this whole video isn't ruined. I tested it, and I think it'll work okay. Alright, so let's try that. You know what? And if it doesn't work, money back guarantee. You get your drawing back. I don't know. I think it'll look a little better if she's just a teens shorter. I forget what the exact ratio, like height to. So if this is your person, like that. I forget what the exact ratio is, but humans are basically like from the bottom of the pelvis pretty equal in size, maybe just slightly longer on the leg front. I know this is like a little more cartoony, but shut up, work with me. Okay, let's put some thigh meat. And some calf meat. My calves are huge. It's like amazing. You have no idea. I have the biggest calves ever. You're all jelly. I used to run a lot when I was younger. I used to just run up and down my parents' driveway. We lived way out in the fields. Wow, I don't like that leg. I will be changing that leg, that's for sure. Hold on, I'm flipping it. Bam. Yeah, I think I need to straighten this leg a little more. Something like that. I'll go over it a little more, how about, so that we can really really get it done. I haven't redlined in a while, so I'm a little out of practice. Oh, but what I was saying was I used to run on my parents' driveway all the time, but we lived really far out, and our driveway was like a quarter of a mile long. So I used to just like run and run and run and run and run, back and forth and back and forth. I remember one time my mom was like, "Emmy, are you okay?" And I said, "No, I'm on crack." I'm actually gonna make this image a little smaller. I think I might actually have it, like, half it, like, cut it in half, because, it's lagging my computer a little bit with its hugeness, but that's good. Don't worry about that. If you want me to redline something, oh my god, it's taking so long because I'm rendering something. But anyway, if you want me to redline something, send it to me, like, gigantic, and I'll just shrink it down if I need to. I'd rather have it too big than too small, if you get me. So, yes, I like this much better. Also, you guys probably notice I do this thing where I sort of like, I just go like blah, 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 and then I go in with my eraser and sort of like find the line. I really don't know how I started doing that, but it feels good to do it like that. Okay, so feet are delicious, and I've probably already done feet, explained feet anatomy in other videos, but you know, once again. So feet are like, feet are kind of like fish. No, I don't know where I'm going with that. Feet are sort of like a ball, a curve, another curve, and then like a rounded back, wow, a rounded back wedge. And then your big toe would be here. Your big toe is kind of further back than all your other toes. And then all your other pitties would be like right there. And then here is where your bone connects to the foot. There you go. So something like that. And then from the front, it's sort of like a straight downy part. There's your ball. There's this part. And then the toe part. So, like the hand, it reaches a peak here, because that's where your index toe is. And your big toe will be there. And then it goes back, 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 back. Beat it back. So kind of like that. It's a little majorly off, but you get the idea. So something like that, okay? And what I mean that the hand is similar, the hand is kind of like a ball, like that. And then that's where your crease is in your hand. Like, look at your hand, look at the top of your palm, and you've got like a crease, especially like if you bend your finger. Well, don't bend them. Yeah, if you bend them, then you can't even see it because your fingers are in the way. Just trust me. I'm like sitting here like waving my hand at myself. Hi, Emmy. Okay, so then same deal. Your what finger is that? Your middle finger is your longest. My bad. I don't know how to say index. Your middle finger, like that. Just ball your hand. Ring finger, pinky finger. There you go, blammo. Some people tell you to draw a heart. I find that a little extreme, and I find that when I was a kid, I used to kind of draw a heart there as well, and I would have a bad habit of then, I'd be like, well, where's the wrist connect? Like, I couldn't really figure out where the wrist would connect to, like, the base heart shape, so I would be like, you know, and it would look like a Cartoon Network show. No. Wow. Ah, that was mean. So I prefer to also do kind of like an egg, a squashy egg shape, because I feel like it gives you like a wider place to hunt for your lines, you know? It gives you like a more natural place. So that, you know. So there you go. I'm sorry, I'm scribbling all over this poor girl's drawing. Okay. So yeah, I think shortening the legs a touch, shortening the anatomy in general, just a teens would behoove you. And I don't think it would look bad. Though, do you hear me over here like, Emmy, what are you doing? This is called cheating. Just, yeah, there, okay, bam, something like that. It's a little off now, but that's okay. Let's clean that up a little so you can see the kind of mass I'm going for. That's that's the thing I do with my own work. I tend to just sort of scribble, 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 and then like I'm like, yeah, I know what I'm going for, you know, but I realize you guys don't, because I'll go like right to inking and it will just be like, it'll be like blah, 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 like that, and I'm like, oh yeah, and I'll just like ink in that scribble, you know, like I know what I'm going for. Oh my gosh, it looks really sloppy in here. I apologize. Perf. Okay, not really perf, but that's okay. I will draw clothing after this. Okay, so let's do her arms. I'm actually gonna, real quick, make this a little lighter. Okay. Just a teens, so we can see what's going on here a little bit. Let me just... Sorry, she has an unsightly bulge. I don't think you want that. Okay, I'm actually going to clean this up a little more because I feel like I'm not doing a fair job for it. So let's just choose another color here. Let's do... Oh, Lord, no, not that. No. How about blue? Okay. I think you guys can see that. Okay, yeah. Alright, so arms. So this sort of, I forget what the name of this muscle is, just trust me, it's there. It's kind of pointed, eggy, or very egg-shaped. We were created by a race of alien eggmen. This one would be falling down a little bit, and this one would be perked up a little bit because her arm's up. So then from here, we would draw the bicep, and the elbow meets. Should be right there. Oh, good lord. So another good rule of thumb, especially if you're doing kind of a cartoony style of drawing, is the human body is just curves with straights along one side. Hey, that's life, man. It's just curves with straight people standing on the side. Anyway, so curve, straight, curve, straight. And see, man, that could be like foot, This could be like a fist, an elbow. So that's a shape that you're gonna see a lot in the human body. I mean, like at its most simplified. Obviously, if you're like looking at somebody's arm, you're not gonna see like curve straight, curve straight. Guys. So let's see here. Yeah, her leg's still too long. No, I think it's okay. The fingertips should fall about mid, maybe a little higher than mid calf. It kind of depends on what you're kind of like a look you're going for. And before you start exaggerating anatomy, it's always good to know the basics. By the way, this is like my favorite hand pose of all time, and I draw it a lot. That kind of that like clenched fist. I love that. Oh, it's a good looking fist. Alright, so then the hand is basically the exact same, just a little smaller, moved up. Blammo. Draw your mitten, then draw your fingers. There's a thumb, which actually should be a little higher. Blammo. And then the head. So, I know we're looking at it straight on, almost. You should still be able to see a little more behind the head. It's kind of like a front to 3/4, like it's creeping towards 3/4. So for a head, also I know she has a curved jaw. Just, you know, if you want to use this file as a correction, just curve it. Just do it yourself. God, no. And then heads are like circles with a slice taken off, and then kind of like a mask in the front, like boop boop, like that, with a jaw that's broken. No. So let's draw our circle. So yeah, I think if you just... Okay, so let me think now. Sorry, I'm trying to... so like, humans have a really, like, again, exaggerating anatomy. Humans have like a very defined split in the middle of their face, and it's where your nose goes up to the bridge, like your T-zone area is where that split occurs. So from the side, it's like bump, a bump, kind of like that. Very, very exaggerated. Please don't draw your face looking like a butt cheek from above. So, yeah, so this would go bump, like that, and then ba-bump, okay? I wanted to make her really angry. I was going to be like, Urgh! Okay, so... another good little rule of thumb, especially when you're doing like not so anime eyes, is to draw the entire socket, and the top of the socket is where the eyebrow ridge is, and then that way you can really make sure that the eye is like resting in there. Here's your nosy right there. Your mouth. And then your ear. And gorgeous hair. So, yeah, I think that, yeah, I think that looks good. Sorry, I'm like, off, on, off, on. Yeah. Oh, so next, and real quick, if I'm trying to see. Yeah, so to draw the clavicle region, next, from the side. Also, I'm sorry if I've gone over this in other videos and this is just review, but I try to like make each video for each individual in case they don't want to like watch all of them to try to find out everything. So I apologize if this is review for anybody. So this is the neck from the side. This is the skull, the jaw. This is okay. So from the back of the skull, there's like a tether point in the middle. Sort of. I mean, this is very stylized, so, you know, please don't go to your anatomy teacher and be like, where's the tether point? So these are just kind of like things you say in your head to like remember it, you know, like, the tether point. So there's a tether point in the back of the head where a muscle comes down in front. Like this. And this muscle is called the fatty muscle. I don't know what it's called. I should really start looking this shit up before I start talking about it, but you know what? You'll figure it out. So then your shoulder would be here. And then it retethers down at your clavicle. Okay? Now, obviously, I'm making this guy like, whoo, a bodybuilder, because I'm making this thing look enormous. And then, yeah, and then like all your juicy bits would be in there. Yummy. So, also make sure that your head is not sitting too far back or too far forward on the neck. Like, it kind of, I can't really, like, because of the hair there, I can't really tell. See how the neck like sort of goes up into nothing? Like there's nothing here exactly. There's no hairline or anything to show the connection. So just make sure that doesn't help that I've like sketched the bejesus out of this. So there you go. So just make sure that's kind of clear. Even if there's hair there, make sure you like really follow through on that. It just helps, you know, because like even if the audience doesn't know what they're looking for, they'll notice that something's a little off, even though they don't really know what it is. So yeah, okay, so anyway, next, sorry, boo. So, tether. You don't have to draw these lines, by the way, this is just, you know, for knowledge's sake. Then from about the midpoint of this muscle here, you have your clavicle. And you get this beautiful cage where you trap the souls of those who have wronged you. Bam. Like that. So just make sure that you're not just being like, woohoo, it's that shape, you know, or whatever. Just make sure you kind of like draw that through. And then, you know, the human body is fairly symmetrical. It's not exactly symmetrical, but it gives you a good place to sort of figure out what in the patooties going on down there. If you want to figure out what's going on down there, ask your mom. That's not my business. That's not my business. So, yeah. I think that's looking pretty good. I'm gonna kind of go over the legs a little more though, because I feel like they've done me wrong. Yeah, you know what? It's the groinal region, I think, that is haunting me to this day. Let's just let me have this. Just don't tell me what to do. A few little areas. I'm just going to clean these up. Okay. Alrighty, so let's clean this up a tiny teensy eensy weensy bit with a smaller brush. So, okay, good. Yeah, I can see like my midline is off a little bit. I think my midline would be over just a teens more. So again, you kind of want the flow to go like over like this. And then, so there's our straight, and then our curve would be back here. Now mind you, this is all going to be under the dress. You're not going to see this, but I'm just trying to show. So again, curve down like that. So, and then curve, and then straight. Okay, cool. Not perf, but pretty close to perf. Now let's do the clothing. What can we do? I like looking at my colors. Like, which color have I not abused yet? So. How's this one look, by the way? Whoa, that's some orange. Ew, my dog is licking her parts. It's pretty gross. Gross. Sorry, I'm trying to like balance everything, make sure I can see all the stuff that's going on. So, I think she has a little bit of a pleated skirt. So let's do that first. I like skirts, so. Wow, that is some orange. So, be careful about drawing a lot. Wow, that is so orange. Sorry. Yeah, there, it's brown now. Okay. So, on the original, you have like pleats that are coming like right. You're just like, like indicating. You don't have to do that so much. You can just sort of casually drape. Now, deep pleats are like a whole other lesson. Okay, so if you guys want me to do like some other kind of pleated outfit or something, or wrinkles in general, let me know. But kind of a groundwork of wrinkles is you look for places where there'd be tension in the clothing. So like right at her knee would be a tension point. But it's not like a hard tension point. It's not like she's wearing jeans. It's not like her knee is stretching that part really hard. So just casual stretch points. Again, very stylized. Keep it loosey-goosey. Now, the waist, I don't know what kind of waistband this is, but I'm assuming it's tight. I mean, it's kind of against her thighs and stuff. So you'd have some more kind of wrinkles here. Just make sure you kind of follow the flow of things. And then, so then she's got kind of like a cardigan sort of top on. With the shirt. The shirt looks fine, don't worry about that. So, cardigan. So, tension points would be... Tension points are going to be all over the place. We just have to make sure they don't conflict with each other too much. So there will be a little bit of a gathering at the sleeves. And then And I don't know how form-fitting you want this to be, but I like to leave stuff just a little bit on the looser side on my characters, just so that it doesn't look like their clothing's painted on. Even clothing that's like super tight has a look about it. So now this, when you have a character bending, there's gonna be like so much fabric tension there. It's like not even funny. And of course you always want your fabric to hang. So that it looks lovely. And in fact, because I was panning so far out, I didn't notice how like over tensioned this looked. There you go. And the shoes. I really like drawing shoes. I used to loathe drawing feet and shoes. Then I grew up. No. I like boots that have like a little bit of like a wrinkle to them. Oh my god, this is a wrinkly person. Most wrinkly person ever. They wrinkly clothes. And then again, don't be scared to draw through your form. Cause this is how we do it. Wow, don't ever do that again. Oh, my dog's playing with her bone. She's bashed it against the wall. Cool. There we get. Oh my gosh, dog. Take a pill. My dog's like, don't wanna take a pill. Don't wanna calm down. My mom used to always say that to me. She got, oh, take a pill. Meaning like, be reasonable. Oh, take your psychiatric medication. Shut up! No. This is going dark places. Should I worry about the bag? Yeah, why not? We've gone over everything else. I'm just gonna leave the clothing layer on. Yeah. So. Let's just pick purple and go for it. Go for it! Okay. So, the bag would actually look a lot more foreshortened. It actually kind of looks like somebody standing behind her, sort of pushing the side forward towards the viewer, like that way. So it would actually be more like this if it was laying against her side. I don't know how, wait, how thin is this thing? It's actually a lot thinner than this, so something like this. I think it has like a square bottom. Okay, and then the attachment point would be here. We're going to turn this slightly so Emmy doesn't hurt her wrist. So, where's that hand? Blammo. Okay, so there's a split in the tension here. First it would go to the hand, and then it would go to the connection point. A little more straighter, come on. So, hand. Actually, geez, how would this? I don't know how like hard she's grasping this and everything's. Yeah, I think it's close enough. So, and then from there we get like skinnier. And then I'm assuming that there's a sister strap along the back. It's one of my all-time favorite movies, Sister Strap. Wait, no, it's Parent Trap. Parent Strap. Wow, that sounds like a dirty, dirty movie. I'm just gonna kind of like highlight the parts that you should be seeing and the parts you shouldn't. So, patience while I do this. Sorry, I might actually speed this up in the final video, and you might not hear any of this. Or I might get lazy in my editing and just be like, nope, you're watching it. Wow, that foot looks way too big. Hold on. Doing stuff. I think also her elbow might be jutting out a little too far. You know what? This is why we do things like this, though. So we can see our mistakes, cry, eat some chocolate, watch the First Wives Club, lay in bed all day, come back, look at the drawing, cry more, get into some powerful therapy, deal with your life issues, join a 12-step program, and then, come back to your computer and fix the problems. Fix them! Don't you let this drawing beat you! Don't you do it! Okay. So yeah, I think that foot's a little large. So I'm actually going to collapse all this together because I'm a wild beast. I'm such a beast. Okay, so let's make this foot a teeny smaller. And let's pull this elbow in a little bit. Because that elbow's like traveling. I don't know where it's going. Yeah, okay, cool. And I'll just put it on multiply for now so you can see what I did against the actual drawing. So yeah, in general, we just shortened her a teensy tiny bit. Just gave her a little trim. Let's not go that far away. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Okay, you should be able to see the whole thing. So yeah, we gave her a little bit of a trim, made her just a tiny bit shorter. Don't worry. It looks okay. It's just that if you haven't seen it like that, I'm speaking from the original artist perspective, it might look a little strange. Don't worry, it's okay. And Yeah, just fix some general anatomy issues. Now, the thing that I used as my waypoint, so to speak, was the shoulder and torso area, and also the head to some degree, as my judgment for how long the rest of the limbs should be. Again, if you want them to be longer, just elongate everything I taught you. And, yeah, I think it looks good. I kind of shortened her a little bit. Again, it's more like realistic anatomy, but if it really bugs you, just be like, hey, switch it back. Don't let me boss you around. So, there you go. Let's actually flip it back to the way it was before. She still looks a little leany. Hold on, I'm curious. Okay, I gotta get rid of all this garbage around the side. Not the main drawing, oh my gosh. Let's just do that. It's still there, I just turned all that off. Okay, I'm just gonna sort of tilt her a little bit. I'm just kind of curious to see what it looks like. Huh. Yeah, you know, I think you could lean it a little more. Oops. If you were so inclined. But you don't have to. Yeah, I'd say leaner, because when I kind of click back and forth, she looks like she's sort of starting to fall over, which is a sign that she probably needs to be leaning a little more to the other side. So yeah, those are my tips. Yeah, cool. I think this looks good. I didn't give you any tips on shading. If you want me to do that, let me know, and I'll just go back over it and we'll shade this bad boy up. Blam. I'm sorry. I'm having a moment. So anyway, again, thank you to thank you to ladylarissa.tumblr.com for letting me do this. And kind of looks like a ghost. It's scary. I don't like it. Ugh. So anyway, yeah, cool. Beans. Yeah, totes. I will see you guys in the next episode of Redline Tuesday. Bye!